finally, this property is back on the market at the right price. So I'm going to pitch this to you. The reason being is this is close to Pima West Campus. If we look at the map, you guys know that I love to talk about property close to Pima West because everybody wants to invest close to the U of A, but hey, there's other campuses available. And a lot of people want to go to Pima West, and this would be a bike ride away. This entire area has a lot of student housing. So I personally think, and I actually live in the neighborhood, I personally think that anything close to Pima West is actually a good long-term investment. By long-term, as I mean you got to buy and hold it for a long time. It's not a good flip. It's not a, you're going to buy cheap, sell it in 3 months, and you're going to make money off of it. No, not that type of investment. By investment, I mean is a buy and hold property. So obviously I've been watching this house because it is in my neighborhood and it is the same floor plan that I have. I visited when it was listed with the other real estate agents, had a conversation. I walked through it. There are things that people may not like, which I think right now that I have a baby or that I had a toddler, when he was learning to crawl and walk, I kind of regretted not having kept my carpet for that, time frame that he was a baby and still falling on his head and whatnot. But anyways, finally, this went back on the market. This is 1220 North Amberbrook Avenue, giving you the little bit of details. This is listed by Ericka Hoffman with EXP Realty. She just listed it. It went on the market today after 117 days being on the market. The reason why it has been on the market for so long is because the initial listing started at 399,000. I obviously wanted it to sell at 399,000, but I had my reservations as to that price point. Um, there was that one, and then there was the neighbor's house that also started at 399,000, that also lasted 126 days on the market before it sold, and it sold for 382,500. So trust me when I say that if you were to purchase this price, you're not losing money in doing a complete flooring replacement. And I will give you examples with my own home. So we're going to go through some of the pictures really quick, just so that you can get an idea of the property, and then I'm going to show you the floor plan of my specific house, and a lot of pictures of the before and after and how much it actually changed. Obviously, photography always makes everything look very light and bright, but when you walk through this, a lot of people again are going to have their reservations. I think that one of the things that bothered me the most about this is the vinyl plank. The vinyl flooring, original. I also had this in my house. I kept the entire cabinetry. It looks just like that. I ended up painting the cabinet blue, which now I regret. But at some point in time, I will renovate my kitchen. But anyways, same floor plan that I have. Okay. And you look at this and you're like, well, it's okay, but it has carpet and I don't like the carpet. It needs a lot of cleaning, as you can see. But I think there's a lot of fantastic things about this property right now. The original listing agent mentioned on his comments, and we would have to do a little bit of investigation during the inspection period, but the original listing agent mentioned in his comments that the polybutylene, which these houses, the majority of the houses in this neighborhood have polybutylene. They were all built with poly. Mine has a second generation of poly. So it has kind of like a panel, kind of like as if it was an electric panel, but a panel where you can shut it on and off. Either way, I requested an estimate from an unlicensed plumber. The reason why I requested it from an unlicensed plumber is because my family is contractors, so we have, their license that we can do this under. And the estimate was for around $7,000. Again, with a non-licensed plumber. So usually when you're hiring an unlicensed plumber, there may or may not be warranties for the work. So keep that in mind. This property has already had that replaced, and keep in mind that my estimate was only for the polybutylene replacement. When you replace poly, you gotta also replace drywall and paint throughout. So whenever this was replaced, they probably did some sort of painting around the house or in the areas where they had to patch. Could have also been patched through the outside. Some people prefer to do it through the stucco. I think it's a lot more work to do it through the stucco, but you know, however they may have replaced it. Again, that's something that would have to be investigated during the inspection period to make sure that it is true. But one of the things that I noticed when I also walked throughout this property is they have the brand new windows. Why did I notice this? Is because my house does not have the brand new windows, and I can hear from my house the traffic in the area. This house was really quiet, and I really, really like that, and I really appreciate that the entire house has the brand new windows. Obviously, I mean, you would have to go walk to it and go look at them, but you can see, the white um, on the windows. So those are two things that come across after you buy the house that you sometimes you find out and you're like, oh my god, this is so expensive. And if the polybutylene starts leaking, it can just wreak havoc in the entire house. So now I'm going to go to my house and show you what I did to it so that you can see how much better it looks just by replacing the flooring. In my property, I didn't paint throughout because I want to actually replace the poly before painting. So I figured, why would I paint twice, right? I'm making two expenses. I requested I requested estimates to replace the cabinetry, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But we're going to go to um, the actual listing, original listing, so that you can see the before. And you're going to see the before pictures. And also a floor plan. This is the same floor plan. We're talking about the same type of house. The only difference, I think, is that mine actually has the porch all the way to the primary bathroom. Same thing. This was my house when I bought it. Same light fixtures, same layout, same office, same type of carpet. And then when we get to the kitchen, you can see that it has the same flooring and the same type of cabinetry, older refrigerator, um, same type of details, architectural details on the arches. The photography makes it look a little bit different, but it's the same type of house. So then, when we go to let me go to the neighborhood itself. Um, on my saved searches, sunset shadows. We're gonna look at the neighbor's house and what he did. Again, this is the same floor plan. They have a longer driveway, a little bit more land because they were in the corner. But they didn't replace the carpet. I can tell that they painted at some point in time, and they did replace the flooring throughout. They added granite, and they added a backsplash, but the cabinetry is original. And then they also added cabinetry besides the pantry where the dining area is at. So they added that. And again, paint, you can see the grayish paint throughout. They did the granite in the bathrooms, and then they did the new tile surround around the bathtub. So that's what they did, but they kept carpet in a couple of rooms. So it wasn't, like a major overhaul. This is the office. Right now, they were utilizing as a room. I am using it as a mix. I'm using it as a office, guest room, and exercise room. It does not have a closet, but one could actually be added in there and become a bedroom if you guys wanted to do that. So, going again to the pictures, let's scroll through the pictures really fast. Okay, so this is the office that I was talking about. This is how it looks right now. It looks pretty dark because the floor that I chose was a dark vinyl plank. I chose that color because that was the only thing I could find at the moment. This was during COVID when the materials were pretty scarce, but I made it work. The one thing that I like about the darker flooring is that it's not a trend. So, it's not going to go out of style. If you put like a lighter colored rug in there, it just, takes away, it just brings out more light. But that's how it looks. Nothing is painted. The cabinets are still yellow, and it still just looks really nice. This is a 3D model that I created of the floor plan because I was submitting this to HOA. At some point in time, I wanted to convert this bay area into one large window. I'm still working with the HOA on that. That is still pending because they want me to go larger on the window. Um, so as you can see, the flooring was replaced. The cabinetry was not replaced. I still have the laminate countertops. Actually, that bathroom actually now has granite and new cabinetry. But I don't have pictures of that. But you can see how nice the master bedroom looks now with the vinyl plank, so on and so forth. And I'm going to go all the way to when I bought the flooring so that you can see the price of the flooring. Because if you just replace the flooring throughout, I built a bedroom in the first living room, and I created a side entrance. So I replaced the fans throughout, but again, same. I actually gave away that washer dryer because I was pregnant. I wasn't thinking. I should have sold it. See, you can see the cabinets here. Here I didn't have the rug yet, but just the flooring made the house look completely different. It looks more modern, more upgraded. And this is the new side entrance that I did not pull permits for. So don't do that because you can get fined for that. And you're going to have issues when you go to sell. So when I go to sell, I'm not going to be able to say that the house has 3 bathrooms. And I'm not going to be able to say that it has the square footage that it has because I stole a little bit for the new entrance, which you can see right there. Sorry about all the selfies. That's the new bedroom. Obviously, it was built because I was expecting my son. A couple of things that I ended up doing with the washer dryer. That's when it was being built. Oh, here's the receipt for the flooring. So for the flooring, I paid $4,799.44 just for the materials. This is a vinyl plank from Floor and Decor. I think I might have pictures of it. And this is it. I chose something that was plastic, and in the bottom it has plastic as well. It's not cork. In case anything floods, it doesn't get ruined because that can happen. This is how it looks in good lighting. The brand was Duralux, and this was the original flooring, kind of like the other one on Amberbrook. So that's just an example of why I think that if you purchase this at this price right now, I'm really glad that they finally reduced the price. I think it's a great investment now. You still have some wiggle room to actually do the repairs. Again, all you really have to do is replace the carpets throughout, and you can replace it with new carpet, which would be even cheaper. But I highly recommend doing at least the laminate anywhere where there's a front entrance or a back entrance. You can keep carpet in all the bedrooms and in the den if you wanted to. That would help you save some money. I paid that amount because I ordered 2,000 square feet. We ended up using probably around 8 boxes on another project. So, I overdid it because I wanted to be extra safe and not run out of material. But I was really price conscious. I bought, the best flooring that I could at the best price possible. And it really, 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 really made a big difference in how my house looks. I absolutely, if I could purchase this right now, I would definitely do it because, again, I've sold another home in the same neighborhood, and it is being rented out by bedroom individually, just like student housing does, versus renting it out to one same family at a lower price. So if you rent it out by bedrooms, that's a better way to actually make the mortgage payment or make it worthwhile. And those of you paying cash, I mean, obviously you wouldn't have to worry about the mortgage. But that's my spiel. I'm glad that this one went up again at the right price because I've been watching it for a while and I think it's a shame that it hasn't sold. If you have any questions about the neighborhood or about any homes that are available close to Pima West, please let me know. My name is Adriana Mendoza and I'm with Coldwell Banker, and I hope to see you soon.